Hey gang, and welcome back. I wanted to go ahead and go over this tutorial about creating this Christmas card. I have created, for those that feel like they have a pretty good hand on it and want to watch a little bit on their own, there's this ugly sweater tutorial by Teespring where I got all this information from, but that starts right around a minute 40. You can really get kind of a grasp under a minute 40, probably about a minute 38 is a good place to start. I'm going to add some supplements here to this. So on top of that, we're going to just start off with some simple things. I had a little V there. I'm going to show you how I created that because we're going to use that here in a little bit. So click the pen tool. I'm going to click once, twice, 3 times. Now you notice I have a fill of red and a stroke of nothing. I'm going to click that right there. Now I have a stroke of red and a fill of nothing. That's what I want. So I'm going to hit escape now, and once I hit escape, I'm breaking off of my path, and I can do things now. Now when I look at my page here, or my screen, you can see that my panels are hard to find. Any kind of panel I'm looking for can be found under the window panel. The window panel shows all the things that I need. If there's a check beside it, it's currently visible. Stroke is not visible. So I'm going to click it right here. Okay, so stroke, I'm going to click and pull it off. There's a little down arrow. If I press that from time to time, it expands. Since this little V is selected right now, if I hit Command plus, it will zoom in on it because it's currently selected. If I go down to click this a couple of times, click profile, I can click on width tool and change the corners. I don't want that pointy corner right there. I want the stitch mark to look kind of like that. And jump up the weight. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to go to Object, Path, Outline Stroke. Boom. Now it's kind of what I want. All right, now to create the gradient mesh, the knitting pattern, I'm going to go across, and if you get lost in my video, go watch the dude. Go watch this and start at a minute 40. You'll see exactly what he does. I'm going to go to have it selected. Notice that now it's changed, by the way, to not have, now this is a fill of red and a stroke of nothing, and that's okay at this point. I'm going to go to Effect, Distort Transform, and Transform. Now I can move the horizontal, and nothing's going to happen until I turn Preview on. So with that, I can just move this to the left, to the right. Just like that, I can move it. I can set the copies. I'm going to go ahead and set 30 copies. Cool. That looks good. Command minus. Cool. Don't worry about it going off the page. Doesn't really matter at this point. I'm going to go ahead and go to Object, Expand Appearance. Notice that it released everything here. That's good. I can now go to, I'm going to repeat that step and go back to Effect, Distort, Transform, Transform. This time we went horizontal the last time. This time we're going vertical. Turn on Preview. Turn on the copies. Put them at 30. Bump your vertical this time. We're going to click and drag this down until it looks like we want it to look. I want my stitching pattern to have kind of, there it goes. That looks about right. All right, now it looks just like I want it. Okay, again, I'm going to hit Object, Expand Appearance, and now if I hit Command minus, you can see it's all currently selected, so I can click and move it over here for right now. Now, that's how you create the gradient pattern. If you want, you can grab your white arrow tool, rubber band over certain sections, grab the black arrow tool, and you notice it won't let me get rid of it. It's because they're grouped. I gotta make sure that if I'm gonna do something with it, I just delete it. And I can delete it there, create a bar of color going across the card, and if I hit Command plus, you can see it. I can also shrink it, and as I shrink it, you can see my pattern is going to get a little bit more detailed. So if I hit Command plus, click away. By the way, my shortcut here is always I'm holding down Command. Okay, so Command minus, click on this. Up, I selected one individually. That's okay. Click this, hold down Option, click and drag that over here. Boom. Now I got like a bar going across. That looks pretty good. I like that. I'm going to rubber band. When I say rubber band, I mean I'm going to grab the white arrow tool. I'm going to click and drag off. Now I'm going to grab that with the black arrow tool and hit Command X. Cut that. Command V, paste it. And now it's time to talk about how to create a, like I want to get Santa Claus. And if you watch his video again, you get to hear, just watch this part. Start when he gets to here. Buffer it back a little. Go to about 538 and you'll see what he does. Great guy. There's a lot of stuff. Very knowledgeable. Watch that part. I think this will carry you through pretty well. All right, bye.
For the Santa